earlier on, we're talking about how you've been able in a short period to be able to get these amazing companies reaching out to you. And before I ask you how you've gone about it, what is in my mind, or what just came in my mind, is I don't know if you know Kylie Jenner for the Kardashians. And
Are you familiar with the Kardashians?
of course, who does it?
Avid follower?
Oh, eh?
Are you an avid follower?
No, actually, I'm not.
Your phone's being. Oh, it's Kim Kaysen.
It has been a while.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my
Sorry.
God. Yeah, so Kylie, she has a brand, to do with cosmetics and stuff. And then also, Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
Of course, who doesn't? We watched him wrestling,
Yeah.
and then is into movies. But one thing that draws my attention, Zach, is how these people, they've utilized, of course, social media to create a brand for themselves that they've been able to, bring in, for example, Kylie Jenner, because she's on Keeping Up with Kardashians, people know her, and she has become a billionaire in her, how she's very young, but she has become a billionaire just selling cosmetics, right? And then, of course, Dwayne Johnson, we saw him in wrestling, and all of a sudden we see him now in movies.
Yep.
And he's, of course, I think he has is it a drink, a whiskey drink? Something?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, something like that, And once we're talking before we came on this podcast, you're talking about many clients that you've gained a few months, in a short period of time, you've gained many people. And I believe it is because the branding that you're creating with your business, but also your personal brand indirectly, how you're dealing with people. Actually, you have some benefits to how you present yourself. You've been you've created that kind of relationship where they feel comfortable. Even some services, getting them for free because you've created something. Whenever they hear about Zach, they know whom they're talking about, right? And it has attracted new things into your life. How important is it, personal branding, and even branding for businesses? Because pretty much what your business is doing is helping people to brand their businesses, right? People to know whenever you talk about a certain brand, a certain name, they know it from the onset. And you are facilitating that for them, people to know their brand. How is it important, really? Personal branding, company branding.
I think it's so funny. So I think I'm going to say something I don't know if I agree with. So just bear with me on this. Yes. So I think sure, you can manufacture your own personal brand, but I think the best personal brand you can sell, if you will, is actually you being you.
Exactly.
And so on that basis, you just come at it from, where are you consistent in your life when people interact with you? So, a large reason why a lot of my clients and we get on really well is I actually care about them. I check in with them. We do stuff together, outside work engagements as well. And because it's consistently these kind of interactions, there's a relationship. And the brand is actually relational in that respect. And so for that very aspect, I didn't really go out and I wasn't like, okay, I need to have green shirts on and I need it to look really nice and stuff. But rather it was a matter of, I just need to be a stand-up guy at the end of the day, in theory. But we just work at it. We be reliable. So, if you're working towards a brand and you're kind of like reliable one day, unreliable the next day, that's not a brand. That's just someone being flaky. Yeah. But then when you're consistently reliable, the same person, day in, day out, doesn't mean you are flashy, opulent, you live in a wild lifestyle. People start identifying, this guy is a solid person, or this person actually is really well educated on financial management, or, and so you kind of dial in, and that's your brand at the end of the day is really who you are consistently.
That is true.
As a company, it's the same conversation. It's how are you known? Who are you consistently? And so if my company, so we've done about 40 clients in the last 8 months.
My God.
And we have only had one client dissatisfied with our product. and then one client who they were dissatisfied about their experience.
Yeah.
So with that kind of success rate, that tells you the brand, in theory, was good quality content, good quality relational. We're working on it. Obviously, it's not perfect. There's things we're working, streamlining, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of what we are getting known for. And it's like, I think strong, healthy brands where it's good experiences, reliable, good deliverables.
Yeah.
People are more intrigued to work with that than something that's flashy and sexy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it can look cool, but then if it's not managed right, there's a problem there. But if it's, managed well, if it's reliable, it's durable, that gets around town. And clients are going to be like, hey, I'm going to want this person to do this and this and this. And word gets passed, and then you just keep delivering.
Yeah.
The other thing is saying no. So there are people who we've approached, or they've approached us, but both ways, who we in the briefing, we realized very quickly, we're not the people for them. In other words, we're not on brand with what they're looking for, perhaps in our deliverables. So in those moments, instead of being greedy and being like, yeah, I'll take your money and run with it, you actually have the humility of saying, no, I think I'm not the guy here, but actually I have another guy
who can
do this for you. And then that becomes, how you protect your brand instead of just taking
so
anything.
Wise. And Dave Ramsey, I've learned also a lot of things from Dave Ramsey, how to follow the baby steps, how to get out of debt. I've learned a lot, and I think also we're talking about that, and there are a lot of things that we've learned from him. But Dave Ramsey, he has created a personal brand.
Yeah.
He has...
Do you know what his brand is? Like, I don't...
The thing is, Dave Ramsey has been from ages. Of course, he talks about how he was in debt, how he came out of debt, the things that he has learned, and what we've learned so far is he bases his principles on the Bible. Like a lender, a borrower is a slave to the lender, so you need to find a way to get out of debt, because the thing is, he also talks about our salary, that the salary that we have is one of the most powerful avenue to become wealthy. Because the thing is, if your salary that you're earning, you have different outlets, like paying on a car, paying on a mortgage, before you know it, you don't have nothing much left that you could utilize to start something. So you need to find a way to get rid of the debts. You need to find a way to get living below your means. Then you use your salary to start the venture, like you started your own company, and then that will help you create wealth. If you got value in this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you're looking for simple yet very rewarding home-based businesses to start, then watch this video on my left. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.